Well, great evening, everyone. I asked what's coming up for Trump in this month in August. And what I have, the overarching thing is all these things that are hanging over his head that are up in the air. The Seven of Cups. The very center of it, we have the Nine of Swords, the nightmares that are not going away. And above it, he is pushed to the edge with the continuing nightmares that he's trying to juggle. Okay? So Seven of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. All the things up in the air that he's having nightmares about, feeling pushed to the edge. So what we have on the outside coming into it is he's handing out, these things to Ghislaine, okay, concrete things that he's handing out. And we have, why? Because he already committed one death, okay? And this truth coming out could be the end of him. So above it, we have his dark drama, ongoing things, because underneath of it, he is facing losses. A little hard to commit another death like that when he's already done one. So on the other side, what we have is a tempering coming, because there will be emotions going forward of underneath of it more of investigations that will result in above it a victory. Okay, so we have a victory going forward when it comes to more investigations that are going to temper him. So on one side, we have the swords, because of the truth of the things that Epstein knew, he wound up dead. This dark drama that Trump was absolutely involved in, and he's facing that loss, so he's handing out these things to Ghislaine. It's not helping him because he's still in the nightmare, pushed to the edge and juggling these things. But unfortunately for him going forward, there is a motion of deeper investigations now that will lead to a victory and are going to wind up tempering him in some manner. So I want to look at this tempering. Let's put that at the center of it and look and see what we have. Okay. So let's give these a ruffle shuffle. And at the center of it, we have things getting tempered in the month of August. Okay, on one side of it, we have the things that are up in the air. On the other side of it, we have those investigations going on. Now, when it comes to the things up in the air, we have her holding on to the, evidence. The investigation is painful, okay? With what's coming out, the tempering, things are being blocked. Things are being worked on when it comes to the things up in the air and her holding on to evidence. There is a great burden When it comes to the investigations, a lot of pain when it comes to that coming out, and light is being shed on the things that he's trying to block and temper. On the one side, we have his desires that he's trying to work on with things up in the air and her holding on to evidence. And on the other side, we have this going forward, the burden of the investigations, and above it all, he's pushed even more to the edge. Okay, so when it comes to the tempering, again, the light is pushing him further to the edge and trying to block things. His desires, he's trying to work on keeping things up in the air when it comes to her what she knows. And the other side, we have the burden of the painful things coming out in the investigations going forward. Okay? There will be judgment. Okay? There will be judgment. So the further this goes, I think there's going to be more of the resurfacing. Now, I just ran across yesterday some of the girls that were now women speaking out like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So I think all of those things are going to resurface and continue to come to light. So what he thinks he's going to keep quiet, with Ghislaine and, putting her in Club Fed is not going to help him in the least. Things are going to continue to be juggled on his side. It's not going to go away. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.